home, it haunts our dreams, bound by a thread that's unraveling at the seams. Echoes of laughter that seem so far drive us to fight under every star. Another world is calling, can't ignore the signs. Hope rides on us, it's a race with time. If we fail this battle, the line will bend, two worlds will fall, it's the ultimate end.
Hello everyone, welcome back to True Hero. Last episode, the party experienced some interesting turn of events. Rain saw some stuff that she probably wished she didn't really see. You guys investigated quite a bit of this room. One of your largest concerns was there are no footprints in the blood. There's a large amount of blood. Either A, they cleaned it up really well, and then also another concern was the explosion sound. I know it was stated like offhanded, but that's a pretty good thing to worry about, that the sound of the explosion echoing through these tunnels. They probably know that you're here. And you guys are now standing at the
They think we're dead.
that's true. You guys are now standing at the entrance to the tunnel entrance that is the most north. A sharp use of the Labyrinth mythos from Greek stories helped to kind of shine a little bit of light on which way to go. Speaking of shining a little bit of light, the path ahead of you is incredibly dark. Anybody got a way to light the way?
Can I use my phone to shine a flashlight?
Yes, your phone does have its flashlight function. Yes, I'll let you use it.
Yeah, alright. I'll use my phone flashlight.
Okay. So, as you guys move into the cave, into the tunnel, us viewers, we kind of stay behind. We watch the light dim and darken into the tunnel. And then we begin to see the bodies, the pile of corpses shaking as one by one these black-furred, decayed minotaur surface from beneath the corpses, staring down the hallway, breathing a greenish-black breath as they begin their hunt. Welcome to the Labyrinth of Death. No, I'm just kidding. Also, for you viewers out there, I know you probably noticed the change in the overlay. Sadly, Brimvor had to back out for a while. He needs to take care of some stuff in life, so hopefully one day we'll see him back. Alright, so you guys, you've been walking this hallway for quite some time. You come upon a lot of different turns. I guess the first option that you have here is there is straightforward or there is a right passageway.
Rain is just repeating over and over again, almost a little hysterically at this point. Always forward, never left or right.
So we go forward.
All right.
Yeah, I'm trusting. I'm trusting Rain completely and utterly at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So you continue heading forward, ignoring the pathway. As you walk past the pathway, you guys notice that the walls start to shut and close in, sealing off any pathway you don't choose.
Ooh.
You also start to hear the walls behind you changing.
Ooh, I don't like this.
If you want to go backwards, the path is not the same.
Nope. We
Fast
are
forward.
committed.
Never left and right.
So you guys continue heading forward. You come to a point where a gust of wind is felt on your face. And the closer you get, the stronger the wind becomes until it is blowing hair back, like almost straight back. You have entered what feels like a wind tunnel. You feel like you're almost, if it wasn't for the ground underneath your feet, you would think that you were falling. And there is a very thin board, like more like beam like structure, stretched across what you can see from the flashlight that reaches maybe halfway across the pit, that the flashlight doesn't illuminate the bottom.
Oh.
This is maybe a 1 foot wide beam that you don't know how long it goes, but it is in the direct center of this hallway, which is probably about 10 feet on either side, 10 feet wide. I'd say more like 15 feet wide, because it was a Minotaur thing, and they're pretty big.
So wait, it's directly in front of us. You're
It
saying?
is, yes, the only way to go.
Shoot.
There is a 1 foot wide beam stretched across the center of the hallway that beneath it is a, as far as you can tell, very deep hole.
Let me see if I have anything inventory.
With an
I have a coil of rope.
incredibly strong wind blowing.
Oh.
Can we look around and try to determine if there's like an alternative way through this?
Sure,
Or if it's just we have to
there is lots of options in this place. There's never one option. So you want to look around.
Mhm.
Don't go too far.
So
I'd
the
say,
yeah.
as you start walking.
He's not walking. He's just
Okay.
surveying his surroundings.
I'm gonna say the difficulty value to locate, to just kind of investigate things. I have three difficulty values. Depending on which one, going from the lowest to the highest, it will reveal 3 different answers to you. However, only one of you may look,
Ooh.
because it will count as all of you looking. However, this does not mean that your own creativity cannot solve this a way that I have not thought of. It just is, if you are looking for answers in this immediate area, there are 3 answers. A little bit of mechanics, but then also a little bit you guys can make decisions of your own to figure out how to get across this.
Mm.
Well,
So who wants to be the lucky one drawing the card?
It is an intelligence competence test.
Okay, who's got the
It
highest?
should
intel?
not be me.
I mean,
Rain's gone
intelligence
nuts.
Dropped. Yeah. So mine's the same as Rain's.
You're muted
technically.
if you're saying something.
I have a +3 total and a current -2, so I have a +1.
I have +1 as well.
So we all
Right.
basically have +1.
No, I
have
have
a-
-1.
No,
Oh.
Nora is not
I am
smart.
dumb.
Nora, you could pull out.
No, Nora's not smart.
You could pull out one
She's
of your
like,
pennants as an anchor. We can tie the rope to them and cross, and if we happen to fall, then we can pull them back up off the rope. If my rope is
Yeah.
strong enough. How strong is my rope?
How far across is
Real quick,
this?
hold on. I looked up my rulings for this. I kind of gave a little bit of something else. So this puzzle, there are three hints to what this obstacle is about. If you understand all three hints, then clearing this
All right.
obstacle will be incredibly easy.
I will do an intelligence competence test.
Okay.
A king of diamonds +1, so 14.
Okay. As you are looking around and you're kind of thinking about using the rope, you find you kind of step around on the ground, kind of walking around and looking, and then you hear the sound of like metal, stepping on something metal. And so you scoop it away, the dirt and sand that's over it, and you find something written down on a plate. This seems to be... It seems to be more like a box, because you can see a thin line that this does not fit like smoothly in. You can kind of get your fingertips around it, and you could pull it out, but it's incredibly heavy. However, it states that what goes down must start again. But it also so what goes down must start again, but it's like a cube that you can't get out by just one person's strength. Unless they were really strong.
Yoshi, can you help me real quick?
Yeah, sure. And Yoshi's gonna stoop down and help him try to lift it.
I just like imagine Yoshi kind of like putting some of those like projectiles into the ground and just prying it up. But
That would help.
yeah, you pop this cube. It is probably about a foot across on every side, and
Is the companion cube?
it weighs probably about 20 pounds. And inside this cube, only the top layer is solid metal. The rest is like clear metal. And the inside is another cube that is shifting and changing like a Rubik's Cube. And you can see yourself on one part of the Rubik's Cube as behind it is shifted and then altered.
Have I mentioned yet that I fucking hate this place?
Yeah, I'm not really good with puzzles myself. I mean, it says what falls down must start again. Is that what it said?
Mm-hmm. What
Yeah.
falls
Have
down
an
must start again.
I, above table, have an idea of what that means. I don't know if Nora's smart enough to also have this idea.
Hey, sometimes dumb people know. Sometimes it's all about that not thinking answers a lot of
Sometimes it's
questions.
just that moment of inspiration.
All right. I wonder if that means if someone falls down there, they won't die. They will just start right back in that gore room at the very beginning of the maze.
Yeah.
Yoshi's gonna look around and see if he can find like a rock or something laying on the ground.
I mean, there's a lot of dirt. I wouldn't say that you could find a rock, though. It's like, well, I would say sand, more
Sprinkle
like.
sand down.
It's like,
we have to find our way back to the beginning, though, if it goes there, to just see if that worked.
Yoshi takes a single copper coin out of his pack and flicks it into the abyss.
you never hear it hit the ground.
Well, he's gonna
Or
look
maybe
around
it'll
and
just
see if
start
it like
again in a new
reappeared on the
life.
ground. Yeah. He's gonna look around and see if it reappeared up here with them.
Nope. You don't find it.
So either it's lying to us and that's the bottomless pit, or our friend Nora here might be right.
So, because you rolled so high, Ruben, I'm going to give you a hint that wasn't supposed to be. This was supposed to be a one-hint room. Kind of something that was like to make you solve it through creativity. But also something that was supposed to have a hint that for a very good person with puzzles would have picked up on something earlier I said when I was describing what you were encountering. I'm not. That is the hint. The text on the box is a hint to what I said when I was explaining this room. This pathway, this puzzle.
I mean, you said it feels like you'd be falling forever.
If it wasn't for the feet, if it wasn't for your feet touching the ground.
If it weren't for my feet touching the ground. Dang it, I'm not smart, Pat.
Yoshi just kind of jumps up and down.
The moment you jump up, you fall forward across the gorge.
What?
And you hit the ground on the other side.
As soon as your feet are off the ground, you feel like you're falling. So whatever direction is down in whenever you jump, that's the direction you'll go.
The Rubik's Cube was also a hint. The fact that nothing is the exact, just straight, flat.
All right, I see that happen to Yoshi, and I jump up as well.
It's just like, ha! Ah!
Thing is the coin over there?
No, the coin is not over there.
Yoshi just kind of gets up and dusts himself off, and he looks around.
And then
like,
a Reuben.
Holy shit, that actually fucking worked.
Now can I replant my feet correctly and not fall?
Give me if you want to try, give me an agility competence test. I'd say difficulty value.
Since this is a willing thing, can I put this back at the bottom of my deck?
I'll give you this one.
A 10 of spades, which
fucking
is 10 of intellect. Sorry,
yeah. You catch yourself. You land perfectly, kind of like
9. -1, 9.
Yeah, you kind of like catch yourself and you kind of like slide across the ground like the standing electric slide. There are 2 people still on the other side.
I'll just jump up and down.
You were gone. Rain, you are left in the dark. You can hear the walls behind you shifting, and then you can hear a familiar sound of breathing and hooves upon the floor.
Nope, I'm out of there. I'm jumping.
As Rain jumps, she flies to the other side. Ruben, the Rubik's Cube you watch shifts and changes. Each cube you guys enter seems to be like another section of this labyrinth, and the section that you were just in is now gone, has now been rotated randomly throughout the map. Meaning you have the chance to run back into this again, but the rules may be changed because the direction it's facing might be different.
I see, okay.
Always forward, never left or right.
And as you look, after saying that, as you look over, you only see a pathway of left and right.
God.
I mean, what just happens if we keep walking forward? Maybe this is like a hallucinatory wall or something.
Yoshi starts walking directly toward the wall in front of him.
You hit it. You feel a cold breeze come from one from the left side, and a hot breeze coming from the right side. Both are extreme. Let's just say your body's equilibrium is really off right now.
Rain, does it say anything about hot or cold in the mythos?
Yes, we could try to get Stanton to break the wall down.
We could just try breaking the wall. I don't know if that works.
I'm going to say this. You guys are 1,000% open to trying anything. There is never one way to solving a puzzle. Sometimes you can brute force it. Sometimes you need to. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. And sometimes punching a wall hurts your hand.
Well,
Can I do
I
an
am gonna point
investigation
out
on the wall?
What's up, Brain?
that this possibly isn't even the labyrinth from the myth. I'm just kind of going off of that because we're dealing with minotaurs. But
It's true.
Daedalus's labyrinth wasn't a labyrinth, it was a maze. A labyrinth has one path, whereas a maze has multiple paths with dead ends. And that is what Daedalus's labyrinth was. It's only called a labyrinth because it's broken off from labrys, which is a Greek word meaning double-sided axe or something like that. That's apparently what the damn thing used.
You said when we were coming down here earlier, we felt a cold draft, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be as extreme as this. It was more like that cold kind of temperature of the cave walls. This sensation you're feeling right now, it doesn't feel the same. It's like, think, if we were to put this into D&D terms, an ice dragon's frost breath is being blown on you, while at the same time a fire dragon's flame breath is being blown at you.
Fuck.
I mean, maybe Rain is right. Maybe the only forward was really only important for going north that first time. I'm still curious. I'm going to investigate this wall to see if there's like maybe any hidden switches or if this is just like a basic wall.
Cube as Ruben's investigating the wall.
Mm-hmm. Would you go ahead and do a intelligence competence test? What'd you get?
8.
An 8 of hearts?
Or 7 of hearts, but 8 total.
The wall is, at first glance, smooth. The appearance of it is very smooth. More smooth than any of the walls that were more cave-like, with a bit of stone to them. This wall leading like in the center is very, very smooth. However, to the touch, it's like feeling braille. Looking at the wall as it goes towards the cold side becomes smooth like marble, even glossy. The side going towards the hot side becomes like rough glass. Somewhat translucent, but you only see more stone. But for some reason, this part right here is both marble-esque, but also somewhat see-through-ish. And feels like there's braille on it.
Interesting. But they're not... Yeah, okay, the last thing I want to check is, like, if I knock on the wall, does it feel like there is another side, or if it's just, like, a really thick wall?
It feels... Well, first, when you knock on it, it gives off the sound of glass, but it feels solid, like rock.
Well, left or right it is.
Now,
I don't think there's a path past this.
everything I say has a high chance of being a clue.
So you said, and I'm guessing, Ruben, you conveyed all of this to us?
Yes. It feels like braille in the middle. It becomes soft, white, and clear like marble on the cold side of the left.
Does your phone have like a translating app on it?
It does. It genuinely, one of the features of it is that I can translate any text or speech, but I don't. Is this text?
Braille is written text.
He said it feels like braille. I don't know if Ruben would think it's braille. That's the thing.
I mean, if he says that and like Yoshi asks that question,
I will. Okay,
he'd be like, hold up your phone to it and see what happens.
I've spent so much vital energy. I'll spend two more vital energy to scan the wall to see if any text translates or
Very well.
like that.
Draw the 2 vital energy, and it does.
Oh shit.
It is indeed braille, and it is written as this. It's a short message, but it is still a message that, unless someone knew how to read Braille, they would not be able to understand this. It says, the passage on the left, though feels like heat, is cold. Freezes things like glass. So hot, it burns. This passage on the left melts everything smooth, but feels icy cold because your nerves are dead. A path leads to safety through pain. A path leads to danger through safety.
Well, if our nerves were dead, we wouldn't feel pain. So, I guess we go down the fire path?
I guess so.
I don't know, let's think about this for a second. I
Above
don't want to go
table,
down the
are
wrong
we
path.
understanding that correctly? The fire path is actually cold and the cold path is actually hot?
According to the Braille, if that's how you want to interpret it.
Okay.
It's face value, that's how it's what it says, but it could lie with a deeper meaning.
Anyone else got thoughts? All I can think of is that.
I've got
I
like
think of this being cut open and having bombs stuffed in my stomach, so
the
I
four.
don't think I'm gonna be much help here.
I got like the 4 people who are probably not the greatest at puzzles doing a puzzle.
Yeah.
Well, Rain was, but
I
currently
mean,
Rain
like
is a little
player
insane.
wise. That's what I
Oh
mean.
yeah, no, I'm shit at puzzles. My
Yeah.
brain thinks too complicated, and it's always the simple shit.
Until it's not, and then you doubt it because it's the complicated, and then you're like, no.
Exactly.
I'm still
And even
using
then,
my
I'm
phone
like-
feature, so can I read that one more time? Can you say that one more time?
Yeah, so the path on the right feels like sorry. Fuck. Now I can't remember. Oh no, my head.
It started with the path on the left and then it said
Yeah.
the path on the
Oh
right.
yeah, the path on the left feels like cold. But so the path on the left melts everything smooth. It feels like cold, but that's only because your nerves are dead. The path on the right feels cold, feels hot, but freezes everything jagged. So that's the main part of it. The rest I'm gonna let you know we're kind of filler. Well, I guess it also says, one path leads to safety through pain. The other leads to pain through safety.
So,
I'm kind of leaning the jagged.
I am
Jagged
too.
would hurt.
Pain through safety. I think, yeah, jagged. If it's smooth as stone, it's soft, and our nerves die, which means you're not feeling pain. I don't like the painful path, but it says that's the way to survive, so...
Yeah.
Yoshi kind of looks around and he goes, y'all seem like decent people, and honestly, I'm kind of a shitbag. So let me go first, and if something really, really horrible happens to me, y'all know go the other way.
Unless something really bad happens and they never hear from you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like,
Or
he's
unless
going,
it
like, at the
changes
front.
behind you.
Yeah, he's basically saying, like, going at the front of the party, so if something bad happens, at least they'll have a heads up.
Alright. I'll stick behind Yoshi, though. I'm getting used to this.
So, what pathway are you guys going?
I say right.
Yep, the path that is...
Safety through pain?
Yep, safety through pain.
Rain?
The right.
So been we're looking for danger, though. We're looking for the creature at the end of this labyrinth. So shouldn't we choose the other path because that's what we're looking for? We're not looking for safety. We're looking to kill this thing.
That is a good
True.
point.
But this might just be another puzzle on the path. I mean, look at my Rubik's Cube. There's still more rooms to go. So, like, he's not going to be there.
It never
It's-
said it was going to be automatically safe.
So, I don't know if that necessarily means that just because the left path is the dangerous one, that he will be there. There might still be more at the end.
I was just putting the thought out.
Because the Rubik's Cube, does it kind of show how far in we are, or does it just show that the paths are changing?
It's really hard to tell how far you are because even though you are not feeling it, you have watched your position, the square you're on, get rotated.
Oh, okay.
So even though you don't feel yourself moving, you have moved.
I still choose right.
You all choose right then? The majority says right?
She's gonna look at Rain and be like, what do you think?
I think I'm not in the best mental state to be calling the shots right now. I was just putting an idea out.
Yoshi looks at the path on the right. And he just does this number. And he walks.
Very well. All of you enter the path of the right. The thing about area effects is it doesn't matter who's in front. You all begin the path through pain to safety. And you can feel, you look down at your hands, and they're starting to turn blue and black as frostbite begins to crawl up your body. You each take 6 points of damage. As then the frostbite, that hot, intense heat goes away, and you make it to the other side, and it returns to the standard stone and dirt floors, and you can see a light up ahead around a bend. You head forward. The back hasn't moved just yet. Never mind. Yes, it has.
Yeah, Yoshi's gonna move forward, and he's just gonna kind of peek around the corner.
It's the starting location. The entrance.
Fuck.
And something you notice, there are large, bloody hoof prints. Heading
Is the copper
inward.
coin there?
The copper coin is there. Yeah. In a pool of blood.
I will say that when Rain jumped and landed, she did say there's something behind us. I don't know if anyone caught that, but I did
actually
say
miss
that.
Yeah.
I did miss that.
Yeah.
So they're following us. Where are they hiding?
You see a lot of the corpse piles have been disturbed.
God damn it. Well, I mean, I guess we have to start the labyrinth over again.
You no longer see a true north path. Well, you do, but you're not sure if that's actually north anymore. Now that you have information that the labyrinth changes positions, you can't be 100% sure. Though you have a phone that does those things, right?
Well, I can search the position of the minotaurs and see what direction they went.
That's if that helps you at all in a labyrinth that changes like a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
They could be below
Hey,
you.
What else
Hey,
could
Ruben.
I scan?
Shake the cube.
Okay, I shake the cube.
Nothing happens.
Worth a
Can
shot.
you turn the cube?
Can I mess them up and move their room? I like move a few rooms around.
So the cube is in a thick point of glass. So you trying to turn the glass or whatever, like shake it like a magic 8-ball, doesn't seem to work.
Gotcha. Does it show another group on there or only our party?
Only you.
Okay.
How thick is that glass?
Oh, it's pretty thick. It also feels like see-through steel.
Well, do you guys want to start this
they
labyrinth
have
up again?
fucking plexiglass.
You could take a rest. I think that would be...
I don't
that
think
they're-
we should do that, considering
Yeah.
we've got those fucking things on our asses.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that, and there's also a village that these guys are planning on fucking raising.
That's also true.
Ugh.
This may be an
So-
endurance more than it is a sprint.
I guess Rain was right about leading to pain instead of safety.
I might
Shit.
be going a little crazy, but I still have good ideas sometimes.
No, you're
Yeah,
right.
definitely, other
Mhm.
me. You're right. They should take my words. They should take my words into consideration. You're right. They're just kind of jealous. We are right.
And now I'm hearing people talking.
All right, let's. There's
Did the wording of the maze change at all on the wall?
The room is still the same.
I guess we just head north again.
let's.
Can phones be used as compasses?
Yeah,
Newer
Do I have a
ones,
compass
yeah.
app?
Mine has a compass on it.
yeah. Is there like 3 paths, same as last time?
Mhm.
One on the left, one on the right, one in the middle.
Yep.
All right. Always forward, never left or right.
All right.
Alrighty. You head down the tunnel once again. You come down the hallway after a little bit. You find now there are 4 doors. 4 wooden doors. One with a dragon, one with a lion, one with a bear, and one with a hound. There are doorknobs that are not connected to these doors. However, they seem to be standard brass doorknobs. And above the doors reads, "The correct path is the faithful path. The incorrect path is the path of treachery. A safe path is the path the safe path is the powerful path. The path you might look for is the path." And then it kind of looks like it's been damaged. A big axe mark in the wall.
So it was a
Dragon,
bear,
It was a
dragon,
a lion,
posted it all.
and a hound.
a lion, and a hound.
Yes, this one does kind of face off. This one has the potential to cause you to think of your own opinion, but there is a recorded personality trait to each creature.
Well, I mean, the dragon is probably the treacherous one.
Or is it the
The
power?
Hound is
lion,
faithful.
the hound is faithful. The lion is probably the powerful. The path you might look for is the path. Maybe that's the bear.
I'm gonna point out that the only one of these that is semi-obvious is the hound. Because hounds are very often described as faithful. However, any of those other ones could be described as powerful and treacherous, because bears are dangerous, so are lions, and
But dragons are smart.
dragons are smart.
And a
Often.
form of
Mythology.
intelligence requires. There's a form of intelligence required to be treacherous. The bear is dangerous because it's protecting its land and its family or its food. A dragon can actually outsmart you for its own greed.
Actually, the hound could be treacherous too.
Yeah, plenty of dogs bite people, even their
Someone
owners.
disloyal or someone who is disloyal or a situation that is dangerously unstable and unpredictable. If the dog is feral or infected with rabies, it could be considered treacherous in betraying its own owner.
Yeah, but is that a normal personality trait associated with a hound?
No. But it is a possible one.
It is a possible
Yeah.
one.
The lion is king of its domain, and kings are powerful.
Yes.
Dragons are smart, but they can also be greedy and they can outsmart you. Hounds are known historically for being loyal. That just leaves the
Probably
bear
faithful.
for the path that you might seek.
That's what I think. I'm with Yoshi on that.
Now, I do remind you, just by all intents and appearances, they're just basic brass doorknobs on the floor. But they do look like they attach to the doors.
Mm-hmm.
But in all appearance, they all look the same. It's
Now,
only the doors that look different.
maybe the animals are different to the path, but which path would we want to take? Do we want to take the faithful path, the safe path, or the powerful path? Probably not the incorrect path.
Well, it says the path that you might see is correct.
Oh yeah. Well, the path you
Um,
might see is correct. The safe path or
So
correct path.
I think the bear is the power path. Bears are often symbols of power and resilience. I do think that the dragon would be the treacherous path. Lions are symbols of strength, courage, and royalty, so that's not necessarily anything that would be treacherous. I mean, unless you're the royal. No, not gonna say that.
Also intrigued by the path you might look for. It's not the correct path or the safe path, just that we might look for.
I mean, we took the safe path last time and it took us back to the beginning.
That's true.
So,
So we know for a fact that we don't want to go through the door with the dragon.
right.
The door with the hound might lead us back to the start.
So do we want to
No,
choose?
as if the hound is the faithful one, that's the correct path. The safe path would be the bear, if it's power.
Is the powerful path. The safe path is the powerful path.
So I think the bear is what would lead us back to the beginning.
So either the lion or the hound, because the path that we might seek is the other one, but the riddle cuts off. So we can either just take our chances with the correct path,
Which is the hound.
or we can open the door with the lion and maybe jump ahead.
You said the doorknobs have like no differences between them?
Not visually. Definitely not visually.
And I like,
That's a hint.
what happens if we all put a doorknob in and open the doors at the same time?
Well, I feel
Can we
like
peek
the
inside?
doorknobs have to touch the border.
And what happens if we open the door and it's like what happened in the gorge and we just get sucked in, then all of a sudden we're separated?
Yeah, no, that's not a good idea. You're right.
We could always open the doors individually and then choose which path to take.
Maybe we open the correct path first. If it sucks us in, at least we chose the correct path. If it doesn't, then we can just peek inside.
What we
I'm
hope
good
is
with
the
that
correct
logic.
path.
Yoshi's
correct-
gonna go and he's going to look at the
The
doorknobs.
hound.
Yeah.
Was that the hound?
The doorknobs, they are standard brass round handle, like round doorknobs.
And the parts that connect don't look different in any way.
No, they all look the same. They look like they would just
Alright.
click on.
So if the hound is the faithful path, then the faithful path is the correct path. So it'd be the hound.
Yoshi's gonna take one of the doorknobs and he's gonna walk over to the door
Give
with the hound.
the moment you touch the doorknob, give me a social competence test. Difficulty value of 11.
11.
Oh, God.
11.
I need to do this,
Okay.
I guess.
All right. Here we go. Heart of the cards. Yo, Ace of Clubs.
Ace of clubs. Alright, I am going to message you something.
Oh shit.
As we pick them
Above
up, they're
table, I
getting
have not
connected.
been this stressed out in a long time playing one of your games.
Puzzles stump me, man, and I've spent so much vital energy just looking around and shit. I'm worried when we actually get into combat,
Okay.
I'm gonna be fucking dead.
I messaged you. Do not share it with the party.
Fuck.
However, you can act upon it as Yoshi.
Yoshi clinches the doorknob in his hand, and he walks over to the dragon door and he sets it down in front of the dragon door and steps back. Not that one.
Why? Why can't
Okay.
that doorknob not?
I'm gonna pick up a different doorknob.
Sure, I'll pick up a doorknob.
Okay. Rain, give me a social competence test.
I don't even know what I pulled. What did I pull?
Seven.
Seven of clubs.
Okay.
Spades.
I have a -1 to charisma, and I believe with my madness at 4, I also have a -2 to social competencies. So that is actually a 4.
Alright, message you something.
Great!
Okay, I messaged you. Ruben, go ahead and give me a social competence test.
Oh, 8 of hearts. That gets doubled.
Yeah, that does
'cause it's-
get doubled. I gotta find
Plus 2.
I gotta message you, so.
All right, I guess my turn to pick a doorknob.
Okay. Give me a social competence test. 7.
I
Plus
have
what?
a +3,
Oh!
but also twice. I have tempting whisper, which is twice a day. You can repeat a failed social comp.
You
test
did
without
not fail
consuming
it.
being.
You succeeded it.
But 7 + 3 is 10, and you said 11.
Oh, yeah, it is 11. That's right.
So yes, I did.
Yeah, you can repeat if you would
But-
like to.
I have to take the second result.
I walk up to the door of the
Yep.
hound.
Oh, awesome! Yay!
Yo.
I'm gonna message you something real quick.
Okay.
I walk over to the door of the hound. I don't put my knob in yet, but I walk over to the door of the hound.
But the will of the doorknobs are what... so, to help people understand, as we now have people standing in front of them, Yoshi found the treachery, Ruben found the faithful, Rain found the power, and she very much thinks she's more powerful than everybody here, and that her will is the correct one, and her her ideas are the most powerful while she's holding the doorknob. And Nora found the lion, which gave her a bit of information. By the way,
I'm going to go through the lion door.
you're just gonna go through it?
I'm going to say, we really should go through the lion door.
What? Okay, I mean, that one was the path we might seek. So maybe that's the right path? Or maybe your doorknob's telling you something. It did will me into thinking something.
It almost made Yoshi steal everyone's gold.
Yeah, Yoshi's like, yeah, mine made me want to steal all of your fucking money. So, and that's
Mine
not
made
just
me-
me being a shitbag. That was
Mine made me feel like I would die for any one of you, but I mean,
I
Anyway,
say
Fuck you guys.
I
Can we just say it then?
Go ahead.
We feel? Alright. Mine makes me feel like the path you might seek is a safe rest and protection and another way to the correct path.
all right. That is good enough for me.
all right.
Alrighty. As you guys put the doorknob into the lion path, it opens up, and inside is a large cave room with a type of fungus that is growing, or moss that's growing on the top of the cave that is giving off this almost warm sunlight feeling. And there are 2 apple trees completely ripe with fruit, and what looks to be a river of water running through, and a doorway on the other side.
Oh shit.
So, in this room, you all may take a long rest. It
Yo.
does not take the amount of time that a long rest would normally take.
Thank God. So I can recover all my vital energy, is what you're telling me?
That is indeed what I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness.
And as you guys all
Rain
take
get to
this,
get rid of the level of madness.
she goes down 1 point.
Yeah.
Do I go down 1 point? Or
Yes.
is that just because
Yeah.
Rain's at 2?
No, you go down
Do
1
we all
point.
go down a point?
Yeah. And with
Yay.
this, I will bring tonight's episode to an end as you all take a rest in this puzzle of doom and destruction that will test your wits. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on all our social medias. Go check out our TikTok, where Kelly posts a lot of questions and a lot of videos about D&D and other TTRPG stuff. And if you like this show, I bet you anything you will love, well, not anything, but I bet that you'll love our other shows like Grand Quest and so on and so forth. if you want to help us grow our channel and really focus in on this, on the stories that we tell, you can support us financially by heading over to our Patreon or going to TTRPG swag /Storyteller's Tales. And if you want to still help us and support us but can't do it financially, you can go ahead and tell everyone you know, your family, your friends, your enemies. And most importantly, we really want you to remember to never
Tell your
forget
grandma.
to tell your grandma.
Tell your
Thank you
grandma.
all. See you later.